Hello, everyone. I just wanted to get on here and talk about how important it is to have faith to keep going. I moved out here about 3 years ago from Michigan out to California, and of course, it's not that easy living out here. You just have to really, work hard to get where you're trying to go. So when we first moved out here, we didn't have an apartment. We didn't have a house. We didn't have jobs. We just knew we wanted to come out here. So we really had a lot of faith to believe God was going to, bless us once we got out here, if this is where we were supposed to be. So I just want to talk about a little bit about how, where we were when we started. And um, I'm currently out here at the parking lot of McDonald's. This is where we would park at night, or this is where we stayed in the car for some time. We bathrooms closed at 10 o'clock. We had to find, places that were open to use restrooms. And, I had my DoorDash Instacart going for me, which was really good because, like I said, we didn't have staple jobs yet. So me and my mom, we would drive around, do deliveries. Sometimes we'd make enough to stay in a hotel, which, hotel rooms are over $100 a night. Sometimes on the weekends it's more. So mostly on the weekends we would find ourselves parked here, sleeping in the car, going to Avila Beach, which has bigger bathrooms, and use those restrooms to get cleaned up. We found a church out here to attend on Sundays, which, was a blessing. And I recommend everybody, if they can, to find a church home and, stay connected in your faith, because it'll take you far. It'll take you where you need to go. And, it took a lot of that to, just for us to stay out here and to continue, with the daily struggle. And God blessed us to find a job, and we stayed there for a while. We were found help, which they have a lot of help out here if you need it. If you're, are homeless, you don't have anywhere to go, we found a place that would help you, with rent, deposit in first month's rent, which is very helpful, very helpful. We also stayed at a place called Cabins for Change for about 3 months, and they supplied us with meals every day, the roof over our head, clean showers, and stuff to keep us going. And it was a blessing. It's been a blessing. We've been here for about 3 years now, and I'm working as a maintenance technician, got a really good job. Um, but it took some doing, it took a lot of, definitely a lot of faith to believe that, that God has us out here for a reason, and He's not going to just leave us. That's why it's important to, to hang on to Him as much as you can, because He will, guide you to where you need to go, and bring you, have you cross paths with the right people that will, help you continue on your journey, whatever it is that you're going through. So I encourage anybody out there that's, starting out fresh somewhere, or has come across some issues where, they find themselves struggling, without anywhere to stay, or, just, find a church home, stay, grounded in your belief in God, and you can't fail. So just be encouraged, and plan on, trying to stay motivated and push myself also daily. So you know, I'm on here, I'm, getting advice from people, giving as much advice as I can, trying to be a blessing to whoever I can be a blessing to. So, just have a wonderful day and stay blessed. And like and subscribe for more videos. I'll put more out as I go. So I'm just learning, starting to get into this. I'm still, getting used to talking in front of the camera, but I believe, this will be rewarding not only for me, but for anybody else that needs the advice that I give. So stay blessed. Have a wonderful day.